fade in on the low hum of a moving van, tires crunching over freshly paved streets. Somewhere distant, a lawnmower buzzes, children laugh, wind chimes tinkle, but underneath it all, there's something else, something hollow, like the town itself is breathing. Willowbrook Pines, a place where the American dream never died, where picket fences are freshly painted, the lawns are trimmed to perfection, and every neighbor waves with a smile that's just a little too wide. It's 1985. The air smells of honeysuckle and new beginnings, but you're not here for the view. You've come under orders, embedded deep within a picture-perfect neighborhood that hides something wrong. Memories don't quite fit. Faces blur at the corners of your mind. Names slip away like dreams at dawn. You carry your assigned lives, your smiling faces, your friendly handshakes, like masks. And you pray the mask never slips. Because here, in Willowbrook Pines, fitting in isn't just expected, it's survival. Welcome home, agents. Blend in, find out what's festering beneath the surface before it finds you. This is Delta Green. So, we are finally here for the long anticipated, at least for us, Delta Green. This is amazing. It is beautiful. It's an amazing TTRPG. This is produced by Arc Dream Publishing, and you can find this at pretty much any TTRPG shop. We have the Handler's Guide, the Player's Guide as well. You can also find them digital. Thank you guys for sending us this. This was gifted to us so we could play this and show it off. And we have all been so excited for this. This is going to be a 4-part series. We're going to be spacing some of them out as they air. But this is going to be interesting. So, we are going to start with handing out our packets. So, for those of you that are remote, I want you to pull out the brown folder, please. It will have your name on it, your agent name.
Okay.
All right. Now, go ahead, open it, and there should be some papers in there. Be careful, because there's quite a bit in there. You go ahead and pull everything out. Each of you should have some money in there. Not real.
I wish it was real, because I
do too, because that's a lot of money. Some of you will have more than others. But the first thing you have in there is a mission brief. If you could find that mission brief, and take a look at that, and we'll look at your other documents later. Let me know when everybody has the mission brief. Should be on a brown piece of paper.
Here it is.
Oh, and it's just like our classified stickers in the
One that says classified.
Yeah,
They
they don't
work.
fucking work. Yeah.
I
Yes,
think the government would pay for, would pony up the money for some decent stamps.
I bought a classified stamp just for this.
All right.
Okay, everybody got the mission brief?
Yes.
We'll go over
I
everything
do.
else after.
It's this paper, I believe, the one that says classified.
You know,
The brown
say
paper.
mission briefing on top.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well.
From handler, from now on, I am no longer the DM. I am Oracle. So, if you refer to me and ask me a question, it is as Oracle. I am your handler for this.
Okay.
In this, there are no DMs, there are handlers. 2, the assigned agents. Subject, infiltration and investigation of Willowbrook Pines. October 12th, 1985. Classification, top secret, eyes only. Willowbrook Pines, located outside the small town of Cedarvale, Georgia, is a planned suburban neighborhood developed in 1978 by Valence Dynamics Corporation, a government contractor specializing in quote-unquote environmental innovation. The neighborhood was marketed as a model of modern suburban living with advanced technology integrated into its infrastructure. Despite its idyllic presentation, disturbing reports have surfaced. 1. Behavioral anomalies. Residents have exhibited synchronized speech patterns, memory lapses, and dissociative behaviors. 2. Missing persons. A Department of Energy inspector assigned to evaluate Valence Dynamics operations in the area disappeared 3 weeks ago. A secondary team sent to follow up has not been heard from. 3. Unexplained phenomena. Local police have dismissed claims of time loops and shadowy figures as mass hysteria. However, reports from the DOE strongly suggest anomalous activity. Your mission objectives: infiltrate the neighborhood, assume your assigned cover identities, and integrate seamlessly into the community. Investigate the anomalies. Determine the cause of reported behavioral changes and any links to Valence Dynamics operations. Locate missing personnel. Recover DOE agents or confirm their status. Assess threat level. Identify if the anomalies pose a broader threat to national security. And maintain secrecy. Do not alert residents or local authorities to your true purpose. Discretion is critical. Your operational details. Your primary location is Willowbrook Pines. This is a secluded suburban development bordered by dense pine forest and the Cedarvale River. There are 50 homes, a central community park, a small commercial plaza, and the Valence Dynamics facility at the perimeter. There are 2 entrances, a main gate guarded by HOA personnel, and a service road restricted to Valence staff. You have been assigned roles to blend into the community. See the attached profiles for individual details. Memorize your cover stories thoroughly. Any deviation may compromise the operation. Resources provided. You all have personal IDs, driver's license, and other documentations. If everybody could grab your state of Georgia ID, please.
Yes.
You also have a social security card there. Let's start with Janice. Would you please tell us your cover identity?
Linda Elaine Cadwell.
Okay, would you... there should be a cover identity paper there as well, telling you about your cover identity.
Yes.
Okay. While you're doing that, please explain what you look like. Obviously, you look like Janice Stewart, so please tell us your cover identity.
My cover identity, I live at...
By the way, this is the first time they're seeing these.
Yeah. 125 Birchwood Lane, Willow Pines. Cover story: a nurse at Willowbrook Pines Family Clinic. Linda recently moved to town for a fresh start and to escape the fast pace of city hospitals. She is known for her caring nature, quiet demeanor, and a strong sense of responsibility. My integration plan is worked at Willow Pines Family Clinic as a nurse, making her a trusted community figure with access to medical records, patient histories, and physical anomalies. Develops a strong relationship to residents, particularly the elderly and parents of young children, making her a safe confidant for those who sense something is wrong. Use her access to medical documentation to track inconsistencies in health records, such as residents appearing younger than they should, repeated illnesses, or unexplained disappearances. Volunteers at community wellness events, allowing her to monitor the town's overall well-being.
Yeah. So the rest of everything else in there, even your integration, that's just for your notes.
Okay.
So it kind of gives character background. Ellie, would you please give us your cover ID, what you look like, and your background?
For notes, fuck you.
Oh, I gotta do this.
Margaret.
Can't even get her cover ID.
Nope.
Y'all are gonna fail.
Yep. Margaret Maggie Hayes. I live at 214 Rosewood Court, Willowbrook Pines. I am a small business owner who recently relocated with her husband, Richard Hayes, to open a boutique, bakery, and cafe in town. While Richard is the breadwinner in business, Maggie is seen as the warm, community-focused spouse, managing social connections and organizing events. Fuck you.
You're welcome. John Grant, would you please tell us who you are?
My cover identity is Daniel Thomas. You want to look straight?
Should be Daniel Barnes.
Daniel Barnes. What did I say?
Daniel Thomas Barnes.
Oh. Okay. I read that license wrong. Daniel Barnes. Well, we're going to be dying. I'm probably about 5'8". Brown hair, blue eyes. Typical person that job but does not even know. But apparently my cover ID I'm going to hurt you for. Cover story. A business consultant. Works remotely. Daniel moves with his husband Elliot Barnes. We'll let him introduce himself later. To Willowbrook Pines for a slower, more traditional life. While Elliot teaches at the local high school, Daniel maintains a flexible work schedule, allowing him to engage with the HOA, local businesses, and town leaderships. I apparently need to cover financial consulting and business strategy, a broad field that makes it easy to avoid deep scrutiny. I work remotely, thank God, allowing a flexible movement around town without being tied to a physical workplace. Interacts with the HOA board.
There's a reason I chose these cover identities. They play a very big role.
Town council and community business owners to gather intelligence on town history, financial inconsistencies, and unexplained disappearances. I got to attend HOA meetings, social events, and fundraisers to monitor the behavior of decision making.
Eric.
I am Richard Hayes, a self-employed carpenter and handyman who moved in with his wife Maggie to start fresh in a quieter community. Richard takes on small home improvement jobs for local residents, making him a trusted and accessible figure.
Allows him to get inside houses.
Yes. Friendly but reserved, he's known as a dependable man who works with his hands, not his mouth. Richard is a skilled carpenter and handyman, handling custom furniture orders and home repairs. He helps set up town events, fix HOA properties, and maintain Willowbrook Pines' perfect look.
Wayne.
So my cover ID is Elliot Barnes, 317 Oakwood Drive, Willowbrook Pines. Cover story, I am the high school history teacher who just moved here with his husband, Daniel, for a start in a quieter, more traditional community. Well, as I said, I work in the history is a history teacher covering subjects such as American history and government, which makes me the natural authority on just about everything without drawing too much attention. Active in community events, fundraising, and volunteering for local school fundraisers, PTA meetings, and town gatherings, which means I have access to everyone's kids and what's going on in their homes. Friendly, but keeps conversation light, ensuring that neighbors don't probe too deeply into his past. Uses my knowledge of history and behavioral patterns to analyze the town's inconsistencies, scripted interactions, and rewritten events.
So again, the rest is for you to know about your cover identity. You also have concealed transmitter and recording devices hidden in common items like a wristwatch or a handbag. You all have a vehicle registered under your cover identities. Janice, you have yours.
Yes.
Ellie, you have yours and Eric's. And John, you have yours and Wayne's.
Wait, I don't have a car?
You're married. You have one car. Listen, this agency has a budget. But if you want to show that to Ben so you can see what it looks like. Let me see. So, I created an actual
John, what kind
registration.
of car do
Do what?
What kind of car do
We have a dark blue 2-door coupe Buick.
What car do we have?
When did we agree to that?
You have a Chevy Caprice.
You didn't get a choice.
Okay.
82 Chevy Caprice.
Well, that's bullshit. This is a partnership.
I have a Ford Escort.
I didn't get a choice.
Burgundy.
So, there are potential threats. Valence Dynamic Security, they're known for rigorous perimeter enforcement and clandestine activities. Resident Vigilance, the HOA president, Karen Prescott, is noted for her obsessive enforcement of neighborhood rules. She may obstruct your investigations. And psychological effects. Preliminary reports suggest the anomalies may impair cognitive function. Be alert for signs of hallucinations, paranoia, or memory loss among team members. And yes, the HOA president is named Karen. So your secondary objectives are to secure physical or photographic evidence for anomalies of analysis, investigate the role of Valence Dynamics experiments in the current disturbances, and identify and neutralize any external threats without compromising the operation. Rules of engagement. Maintain cover. Do not break character unless absolutely necessary. Limit direct confrontation unless a clear threat is present. Observe and report. An extraction plan. If compromised, rendezvous at Safe House Bravo, 10 miles east of Cedarvale. This operation carries a high risk of psychological strain. Remember your training and trust your instincts. Above all, the safety of the American public depends on your success. Good luck, agents. We'll be listening. So, as we find ourselves, each of you driving to Willowbrook Pines. The drive is deceptively pleasant. A winding journey through sun-dappled Georgia backroads bordered by towering pine forests. The air feels heavy, thick with the humid warmth of the south, and the occasional rustle of unseen creatures in the trees adds to the sense of isolation. As you approach the neighborhood, The narrow road widens, revealing a large, ornately designed wrought iron gate with the words, "Welcome to Willowbrook Pines," etched in cursive above. The gate is flanked by impeccably maintained brick columns, topped with polished bronze lanterns that flicker faintly even in daylight. You all stop at a small security booth just outside the gate. A man in his late 50s, wearing a crisp white shirt and an HOA armband, emerges to greet you. His smile is polite but unyielding, and his piercing blue eyes scan each of you with unsettling precision. He introduces himself as Wendell Grayson, the neighborhood's gatekeeper, and efficiently checks your documentation before waving through with a cheery, "Welcome home. We're so excited to have you here." And he just smiles as you all drive through. As you drive deeper into the neighborhood, you pass rows of nearly identical homes. Each house is pastel colored, two-story structure with white picket fences, neatly trimmed hedges, and flower beds bursting with seasonal blooms. American flags flutter gently from porches, and every driveway features a pristine sedan or family station wagon. The scene is picturesque to the point of perfection, as though plucked straight from a real estate brochure. Yet something feels off. The symmetry of the homes is too precise, the flowers too vibrant, and the lack of visible residence unsettling. The first sign of life comes as you approach Maple Hollow, the central cul-de-sac where your assigned homes are located. A small gathering of neighbors stands chatting under the shade of a large oak tree. Their laughter carries over the still air, loud and uniform as if rehearsed. As you pull up, the group turns in unison to wave, their smiles wide and unrelenting. One of them, a woman in her mid-40s wearing a floral dress and a sun hat, steps towards you and beams at you. "Welcome to Willowbrook Pines. I'm Karen Prescott, the HOA president. We're so thrilled you decided to join our little community." She gestures towards the houses around you, pointing out each one as if you hadn't already been briefed. Her friendliness feels overly familiar, almost invasive. Her gaze lingers a fraction longer than it should. Karen hands each of you a welcoming packet. And if you guys would go inside, there are those packets. These have the neighborhood rules and a schedule of upcoming community events. You'll love it here. We're one big family at Willowbrook Pines. Everyone looks out for each other. And if you look at the HOA rules, please, it says Willowbrook Pines neighborhood rules.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody got it? All right. It says Willowbrook Pines neighborhood rules, keeping our community perfect. Issued by the Willowbrook Pines Homeowners Association, revised August 1st, 1985. We are delighted to have you join our community to ensure Willowbrook Pines remains a model neighborhood. We have established the following rules and guidelines. Compliance is mandatory to maintain the safety, harmony, and beauty of our community. Politeness first. Residents must greet each other warmly at all times. A smile and friendly wave are encouraged. No disturbances. Loud noises, disruptive behavior, unscheduled gatherings are strictly prohibited. Quiet hours are 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. Neighborhood Watch participation. Attendance at monthly Neighborhood Watch meetings is mandatory. Residents are encouraged to report suspicious activity to the HOA. Property maintenance. Lawn care. Lawns must be mowed weekly with grass no taller than 2 inches. Flower beds must be maintained with HOA-approved plant species. Exterior appearance. Homes must be kept in pristine condition. Repainting, repairs, or additions require prior approval from the HOA. Holiday decorations. Seasonal decorations are permitted but must align with the HOA-approved themes and be removed within 5 days after the holiday. Driveway parking only. No street parking is permitted. Vehicles must be clean and in good condition. New vehicles must be registered with the HOA for appearance compliance. The neighborhood speed limit is 15 miles an hour. Attendance at HOA organized events, block parties, potlucks is strongly encouraged. Overnight guests must be pre-approved by the HOA. Failure to comply may result in a fine. Residents should avoid prying into others' homes or personal affairs. Privacy respects. Outdoor activity is restricted after 10 p.m. except during approved HOA events. Entering the woods or restricted areas near Valence Dynamics facility is prohibited. In the event of a neighborhood emergency, residents must follow HOA instructions immediately. Pets must be small, well-behaved, and registered with the HOA. Outdoor pets are not allowed. Feeding or interacting with the wildlife is strictly forbidden. Failure to adhere to these rules will result in escalating consequences. First violation, formal warning. Second violation, $100 fine and mandatory HOA meeting attendance. Third violation, formal review by the HOA board and potential expulsion from the community. At a final note, we at Willowbrook Pines strive for excellence in all we do. By following these rules, you ensure our neighborhood remains a perfect place to live, grow, and thrive. Thank you for your cooperation. And then you do see upcoming events. So October 13th, 5 to 8, there is a neighborhood meet and greet potluck. Then there is before that, there's a gardening workshop. Then later in the week, there's community watch nights. A fall festival is coming up. There's a HOA monthly meeting. In November, they're going to have a charity auction, a cleanup day, the monthly book club meeting where they're going to read the Stepford Wives. And attendance at community events helps build strong connections and keeps Willowbrook Pines thriving. For questions, contact Karen Prescott at the HOA office or via the number in your welcome packet. Now,
What was Wendell's name and occupation again?
what was that?
Wendell's, the guy at the gate.
Oh, he is the HOA security.
Okay. And what was his last name?
It is Wendell Grayson. Wendell. He's the gatekeeper. Okay. So, you guys move into your assigned homes. You find everything meticulously arranged. Furniture is polished to a mirror sheen. Kitchens are stocked with basic groceries and family photos matching your cover identities. Already adorn the walls. There's even a plate of cookies on the kitchen counter with a handwritten note, "Welcome home, Karen." And it's at this point that you guys can settle in. Janice, as Linda, you can settle into the home by yourself. Ellie and Eric, you guys can settle into your house. And John Wayne, that's funny. You can settle into your house.
We did not intend that
No.
to happen.
John Wayne.
I'm looking around and I kind of pick up one of the cookies and I'm just like,
Our doors are shut, right?
Yeah.
You're eating something from people that we don't know that could have something to do about this.
I don't know. It's pretty alright to me.
Oh, this is going to be a long time, dear husband.
I'm telling you right now, this is a punishment. I had that job in Idaho go all sideways. Next you know, Oracle puts me with you. Swear to God.
And what's wrong with me, who would probably keep your ass alive?
Listen, buddy, I survived Grenada. I don't need your help staying alive. So I just kind of go to the living room and just flop myself down on the couch. Yeah. Yeah, say this HOA that maybe a bunch of uptight squares, but sure know how to put a house together pretty nice. What do you think?
I think our agents put it together under their restrictions.
I'll leave it to you to be all by the book and procedural.
I'm gonna start looking for bugs to make sure that like nobody's listening to us.
I'm doing the same.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing too.
And while I'm doing that, I kind of offhandedly look over. Make sure you write a thank you note for those cookies. And the note.
Yeah, I look around for like a scrap piece of paper and write thank you for the cookies. And I put them on the cookies, but I don't touch them.
Okay. What skill would you like to use to look for those bugs?
Would criminology work for me?
Sure, I'll allow it. Go ahead, roll, please.
I have search and or alertness.
You can do it too. So roll a D100.
Okay.
And you must be under what your percentage is. So what is your percentage?
My percentage is 60.
Okay, so
on the D100, I rolled 20. And then do I also roll a 10?
Yep.
So it was 26.
Okay, so that does succeed.
Okay.
I'm doing an under alertness, which I have 60%. And I got an 11.
Okay. Both of you succeed. Can't find anything.
Okay.
Everywhere you look, you can't seem to find anything. You guys are searching for bugs as well?
I am.
Or at least you are. Okay, what skill are you going to use?
Alertness, which is 60, and I got a 46.
Okay, success. So far you don't find anything.
Yeah, just watch John as he's doing everything. Find anything?
No, thankfully. You're gonna get off your ass.
I can just get myself up. Alright. What do you think we should do first?
One, we should basically get down to understanding each other and our cover stories.
Right. Shall we recount our whirlwind romance? Oh, God, this is gonna kill me.
I've been really trying.
Dude, instead of that attitude, maybe you should start saying dear more.
Listen, you want me to say dear more, you're gonna have to pay me a lot more than what I'm already being paid for this.
I mean,
wait,
you're my
getting
husband.
Paid? Wait, who said that?
You're my husband, dear.
Okay, schnookums.
Works. Alright, so I got the basic idea you're a high school teacher.
Listen, at least the agency gave me the good job this time. Last time I was a janitor.
Oh, well. I gotta talk to the local leaderships of businesses and even the HOA. Yay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Which means I gotta deal with that smiling pixie.
She was, she's something, isn't she?
Yeah, but we better stay on good terms for now. You're teaching what subject?
History, Gotta teach those kiddos how things really happened.
So I advise getting a history book from this area so you understand their history so you can teach it properly instead of trying to go off what you know.
No sweat. I'll go stop by the old library and crunch some facts, and we'll be good to go.
Huh. Oh boy. For all intents and purposes, we share a bed, but I'm taking the guest room.
Yeah, that's not happening. Make sure the curtains are closed while we're in the house.
Well, close towards night. We want them to show that we're interacting.
Yeah, that's true. I started walking around, like opening the drawers around the kitchen and everything, just kind of getting the look around everything.
Touring the house.
Yeah.
Okay. So that we can do because every house is the same. So we don't have to go through each house. All right. So I will say, as all of you step through the front door, you are greeted by a meticulously curated scene of suburban perfection. The house has a faint, clean scent, like lavender and pine, as if it's been freshly scrubbed moments before your arrival. Every surface gleams under the soft glow of overhead lights, the atmosphere unnervingly pristine. The front door opens into a modestly sized foyer with a small coat closet immediately to the left. A polished wooden bench with a woven basket beneath sits against the wall, suggesting a place to remove shoes, though no scuffs mar the floor to indicate it's ever been used. Above the bench hangs a framed photo of your family, matching your cover identities. You see Janice, you just see you and a dog. You don't have a dog. But you hear bounding out of one of the rooms comes to you and sitting in front of you. You see the stereotypical golden retriever just sitting there.
Aww. Hi, baby.
It kind of nuzzles up against you.
I think we need more description there,
I give
Oracle,
the dog
about how
a
the golden
pet.
retriever.
I
But-
pet the dog.
John and Wayne, you see your wedding day. You see there are pictures of you, though you've never had a wedding day. There are the pictures of the two of you, both in tuxes, standing next to each other, smiling. Eric and Ellie, you see your wedding day. And very girly dress, very southern, down to earth. Just like your cover identity wears on a daily basis. Nice, like plaid dresses, and
I'm going to kill whoever came up with this cover identity.
so. But the smiles in the photos seem unnaturally wide. Their gaze is unwavering. You know how a picture follows you? Well, as you kind of look at that, as you move, the smile looks like it's getting bigger too. And then you go back to center and it goes back to normal. Directly ahead lies the living room, an inviting yet sterile space dominated by a cream-colored sofa, a pair of matching armchairs, and a coffee table with a stack of magazines. Each magazine is neatly fanned out. The top one, an issue of Better Homes and Gardens from 1985. A large boxy television sits in a walnut entertainment console against the far wall, flanked by neatly arranged family knickknacks, ceramic figurines, an old clock, and a porcelain vase filled with artificial tulips. And for those that know about the 80s, these big TVs, that means that this place had money. Because they were not cheap back then. They were fairly new still, especially that big. So the walls are adorned with framed landscapes, sunsets over rolling hills, a calm lake with a single boat. Everybody, go ahead and give me an alertness roll. So you're going to roll your D100 when I call your name, you're going to tell me what your percentage is and then what you rolled for alertness. So, Janice.
My percentage is 60 and I rolled an 80.
So that's a fail. So Ellie.
I got a 75. My alertness is 60.
Fail. You know, this is the funny thing. Pam always rolls really low.
Yeah.
And the one time she's going to need to, she's not going to be able to. John.
My alertness is 60. I got 94.
Everybody's failing. Eric.
So we're having a trend. My percentage is 60, but I rolled an 89.
Wow. Wayne.
My alertness is 20% and I rolled a 98.
I think.
Okay, so
we
here's the
all
thing.
failed probably a key roll.
So, yes, you fail, but it does not mean you don't see anything. What this means, so, Janice, what was your percentage to your roll?
My alertness was 60 and I rolled an 80, so exactly 20%.
Okay, Ellie, what was yours?
Mine's 60 and I rolled a 75.
So 15. John?
60 and 94.
34. Eric?
60 and 89.
29. Wayne, what was yours?
My percentage is 20 and I rolled a 98.
Do you even need to add that one up?
78. Jesus. Okay. So, Ellie, you roll a d6. Everybody else roll a d10.
God.
Janice?
I got a 7.
Okay. That is... You are going to take 7 points. Let me see. Exactly. Looking for it. Don't mind all the loud noises. Sorry. Okay. So you take 7 sanity points. You lose 7 sanity points.
Okay.
So you have your maximum. It'll go right next on current. Whatever you have minus 7.
Okay.
Ellie.
I rolled a 5.
You lose 5 sanity points. John.
I rolled a 5.
5 sanity points. Eric. Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled a 5.
Okay. You lose 5. Wayne.
I rolled a 2.
You lose 2 sanity points. Because you you all notice the boat's reflection in the water isn't quite right, almost as though it's subtly moving inside the picture. And it kind of freaks you out for a second. But the kitchen, just off the living room, looks straight out of a home catalog. Gleaming white cabinets line the walls, accented by bright yellow countertops and a spotless stainless steel sink. Above the sink hangs a curtain with a cheerful floral pattern that matches the towels neatly folded on the counter. A fridge hums quietly in the corner, stocked with a mix of generic and name brand groceries that perfectly align with your assigned identities: eggs, milk, bread, and even a jar of strawberry jam labeled homemade by Karen. On the kitchen island is a plate of cookies, chocolate chip and perfectly uniform with a note attached: Welcome home, Karen. The drawers and cupboards are fully stocked with utensils, cookware, and dinnerware, all arranged with uncanny precision. Not a single item is out of place, and it's hard to imagine anyone ever cooking here. The dining room is adjacent to the kitchen, separated by a narrow archway. A sturdy oak table sits in the center, adorned with a lace tablecloth and a simple vase of fresh cut flowers. 6 chairs are arranged around it, though the room feels oddly unused, as if no one has ever sat here. A silver candelabra at the table's center gleams brightly, its unlit candles perfectly even in height. A short hallway leads to 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Each bedroom is tastefully decorated with neutral colors and sparse furnishings. The master bedroom features a queen-size bed with a floral quilt, 2 matching nightstands, and a single-frame photo of the family on the dresser. There is a children's bedroom, even though none of you have children. It has a twin bed, brightly colored wallpaper, and a small collection of toys arranged neatly on a shelf. A doll in the corner has a cracked, smiling face that seems to follow your movements. And the guest bedroom is simpler, with plain white bedding and a single armchair positioned by the window. The bathroom is spotless, its white tiles gleaming under harsh fluorescent light. A floral shower curtain hides the tub, and the medicine cabinet contains only generic painkillers and toothpaste. On the counter, a soap dish holds a single bar of soap untouched. The sliding glass door in the living room leads to the backyard. A small yet perfectly manicured lawn enclosed by a white picket fence. A simple wooden swing set stands in the corner, and a small flower bed borders the fence. Beyond the backyard, the dense pine forest looms, its dark shadows stretching unnervingly close to the fence line. Ellie, you notice this because you failed the least. Every clock in the house is set to the same exact time, down to the second, but none seem to be ticking. Also, you look at the framed family photo, and it's off. Their smiles are too perfect, and their eyes seem lifeless. And then and I will say this since you ate it, each cookie is identical in size, shape, and number of chocolate chips.
I'm still eating them. I noticed, look down. Hey, John.
Yes.
Look at this.
They're cookies.
Yeah, no shit. But look, I take two of the cookies I haven't eaten yet, and I put them side by side. Notice anything?
Are the chocolate chips in the same place too?
Oh yeah, they're exactly the same. No, with no pun intended, very cookie cutter.
I'm gonna take one and break it to see if it's plastic.
No, it crumbles.
I'm gonna put it on the...
freaks you out even more.
I'm gonna put it on the plate
right now,
and go, no, not eating it. Stop.
I don't know. This is about the best damn cookie I've ever had in my life. I'm not kidding you. It's not burned. It's not too soft. It's not crumbly.
And when you do break it apart, that you get that like chocolate pull because there are perfectly whole chocolate chips in the middle. So you get that break apart and that pulls that long chocolate pull.
If I didn't know any better, this just came out of the oven. And it was probably cooked, or baked, excuse me, at just the right temperature, at just the right conditions. I guarantee you, nowhere in the world you probably find a more perfect cookie. Which I actually had a cookie to emphasize.
They're just
but
cookies that are way too perfect, and you're eating them when we're assigned a thing here.
a thing.
I still
what we're
haven't fully
calling it?
checked. I still haven't fully checked this house yet.
Well, come on, let's go keep checking it. I grab a couple more cookies and I start walking upstairs. I look in the kids' room. What the hell
I'm
we
gonna
need this
sniff
for?
the cookie.
Smells like a cookie.
Okay. I will take a testing bite.
It's the best
Tastes
damn
fine?
cookie you've ever had.
All right. Somebody's got to eat these in case they check the garbage. Keep an eye on me.
Just take one bite, and I will come up with a plausible excuse why I don't eat cookies.
All right.
Even though I own a bakery.
By the way, I'm going to be exclusively calling you Maggie. Just to be safe.
And then I'm going to be exclusively calling you Dick.
Don't know if the HOA is going to be okay with that, but I suppose it is my name.
I kind of walk into the kids' room. I start looking around, like opening up the toy box. I go up to the doll that's in the corner and I just kind of pick it up and just kind of stare at it. The hell kind of Dr. Seuss nightmare is this? I just kind of toss it back where I found it.
Okay.
Oh, I purposely turned that doll to be facing the back of the chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not know why that just happened to my camera.
I kind of face the doll away too, because that's creepy as hell.
Okay. So, that night, the neighborhood is unnervingly quiet. From your windows, you can see porch lights glowing in perfect synchronicity, casting long shadows across the pristine lawns. Occasionally, a figure walks down the street, pausing to glance at your house before continuing. There's no sounds of crickets or wind, only an oppressive stillness that seems to press against the walls. As the clock strikes midnight, faint murmurs echo through the streets, like voices just out of earshot, leaving you wondering if the sound is real or the first signs of the neighborhood's effect. Now, the next day goes by and you wait for the event. You need to investigate. So what better than the potluck that is advertised in your community events? So the sun hangs low in the Georgia sky, casting long golden beams over Willowbrook Pines Community Park, a manicured green space at the heart of the neighborhood. A white gazebo stands proudly in the center, draped in red, white, and blue bunting, leftovers from a 4th of July celebration that should have long been removed. Beneath its shade, a long banquet table stretches across the lawn, covered in pristine checkered tablecloth, its edges barely shifting despite the occasional breeze. Platters of food, each dish arranged with meticulous symmetry, gleam under the soft glow of string lights that have been turned on just a little too early for dusk. Residents are already gathering, dressed in crisp, casual yet coordinated attire, polo shirts, pastel dresses, and slacks that seem cut from the same cloth. They smile too easily, their teeth gleaming white and their eyes hold a vacant kind of friendliness that lingers just a second too long. As you step onto the lawn, a murmur of excitement ripples through the gathered crowd, their heads turning in eerie unison to acknowledge the newcomers. Karen Prescott, the HOA president, materializes from the crowd like a specter. Her perfectly coiffed auburn hair, a floral dress making her look like a character from a 1950s sitcom. Her pearl necklace catches the last rays of sunlight, glowing in an almost unnatural way. She clasps her hands together in delight, a warm, well-rehearsed smile stretching across her face. Oh, our newest neighbors. We're just thrilled you could make it. Welcome, welcome. You're gonna love it here. I just know it. Her tone is sweet, saccharine even, but behind her words, there's something just a little off. As she speaks, and she's standing right in front of all of you, several residents step closer, not enough to be intrusive, but enough to box you in slightly, their smiles never faltering, their eyes flicking over you with quiet scrutiny.
Hello.
Hi.
I smile and wave.
Welcome. Welcome to the neighborhood. Like I said, I'm Karen Prescott. What are each of your names so everybody can get acquainted?
I'm just gonna smile
Margaret. As
still. I'm
point
holding. Oh, sorry.
to Richard and like, and this is my husband Richard.
Oh, it's so nice to meet y'all. You look like a perfect married couple.
Holding Elliot's hand, fingers interlocked. I go, my name is Daniel Barnes, and this is my lovely husband, Elliot Barnes.
You almost see the smile like flicker for a second. Oh, isn't that great?
Yes, it is. Trying very hard to hide my own discomfort.
Y'all, people of any kind are welcome here.
Oh, that's good to know.
And what's your name?
I'm Linda.
Oh, nice to meet you. You ain't got no husband?
Not yet.
Oh, you should get on that. Those eggs don't last all day.
I just
It's the 50s, dude.
Thought it was 80s.
Or 80s. But they're kind of stuck in the 50s.
I have Richard's hand and I just squeeze and like my smile gets bigger because I want to say something.
I was like, well, I'm so sorry for not bringing anything to the potluck. I mean, we just settled in, haven't had a chance. I gotta say, those cookies were lovely.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. I make those every day. Feel free to stop by anytime you want. You can have my cookie anytime you want.
Good to know. And okay. So, what do we have to eat here from the potluck?
So you see the event is perfectly curated. A drink station boasts an array of identical glass pitchers, each filled with lemonade, sweet tea, and fruit punch.
Is there unsweet tea?
No, there's not. This is fucking the South.
Yeah, this is the South. They
There's
don't
no
do
unsweet tea. You will immediately die. But no ice.
Ew.
The cups, you don't put ice in sweet tea, it waters it down.
Mm-hmm.
The cups lined in neat, unbroken rows appear untouched, despite the number of residents supposedly enjoying the refreshments. And as you guys are pouring, you notice something weird. No one actually pours themselves a drink unless prompted to.
I kind of just approach the food table. I'm just kind of eyeing it up, and I look.
Yeah.
Kind of just look over at the rest of everybody, and I'm just like, "Well, hey, guess we glad we got here in time." As I very slowly start putting some food onto my plate, I look at any one of the other residents, and I was just like, "So, anything you recommend?"
Well, first, the food station is even more unsettling.
Oh.
Every plate, every dish is in perfect proportion. There are exactly 10 casseroles, exactly 5 bowls of potato salad, exactly 12 trays of cookies. None of the food appears to have been disturbed, and yet residents hold full plates in their hands, utensils poised as if ready to eat, but no one takes the first bite. It's almost as if they're waiting for permission.
Mm.
So you see everybody with food and forks, but all of those dishes are untouched.
I kind of look at one of the closest resident that's near me. So, how you liking that? What you got there?
Oh, this is some potato salad.
I mean,
It's a family favorite.
oh,
Somehow he turned into Forrest Gump.
Wrong state. Where's the family?
Oh, they're over there. The kids are playing over there.
I look over.
And as he points, you see a small group of children play near the edge of the park. Their movements rhythmic, practiced. They jump rope in perfect synchronization, landing at the exact same time, their giggles overlapping without any natural variation.
Oh.
And you kind of like look in. None of the kids are sweating, panting, or showing any signs of exertion despite their constant movement.
So, which ones are yours?
Oh, that one over there with the blonde hair.
I look over more
They
closely.
all have blonde hair.
I see the resemblance.
Isn't it a wonderful day?
It most certainly is. I'm Elliot, by the way. I put my hand out for a handshake.
Nice to meet you.
Do I feel anything out of the normal from this? Clamminess, lack of clamminess, anything like that?
Lack of clamminess on seem it's not blazing hot, but you're
Georgia.
It's Georgia during its hot season, and his hands aren't sweating.
Are they anything like unusually strong? Too
No.
weak?
No, seems normal. Other than that,
So that's gonna sound weird, but does his skin feel weird?
feels like normal skin.
Okay.
I mean, why are you feeling up someone else than your husband?
Funny.
You're gonna love it here.
I didn't catch your name.
Oh, my name's Stu.
Stu. Nice to meet you, Stu. What do you do around here?
Oh, just this and that.
Oh,
Willowbrook Pines is such a safe place to live.
I would imagine so. It's
And he just, as you turn around to look, you turn back around and he's gone.
what the?
You can't even see him in the crowd. He's just gone. Like he vanished out of thin air.
Okay, and I kind of turn and I go back to talk to John, aka Daniel, and I kind of like. So, had a chance to meet any of our new neighbors?
Oh, darling, you know I'm not that social of a person.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey boo. That was my fault. I lean in really carefully so we can whisper, like only between us.
You coming in for a kiss?
Something's wrong. And I do not kiss him. And I just kind of look around at all the other guests around there.
Did you bring me any food?
I just kind of holding the plate of food that I have here. You'll find it's all the same.
What about you, darling?
Oh, I'm not that hungry.
You want to share this plate with
Can you
me?
stop smiling like that?
Later.
I'm gonna dish up.
I'm gonna follow Richard and dish up my food and kind of find there's another girl to talk to.
Oh, hello. Isn't it a wonderful day?
Yeah, it is.
You're going to love it here. Willowbrook Pines is such a safe place to live.
I'm Maggie. What's your name?
Hi. I'm Ellie.
That's a pretty name.
You're going to love it here.
I hope so. As I extend my hand out and shake it. Do I notice anything?
Feels normal, but not sweaty or clammy.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I go back over by Richard.
I am going to take a quick glance around, knowing that I do this for a living, and seeing if there's anything that like needs fixed immediately, or that might need a paint job, anything loose.
Everything is perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of quietly stick close to Maggie.
Anybody else doing it? Before we continue?
I actually go and look for Karen.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow. Just so he doesn't get himself shot.
I go up to Karen. Say, Karen, I got a question for you.
Oh, what can I do for you, honey?
There wouldn't happen to be anybody from the high school here, would you, to work with? I'm eager to meet some of my new colleagues.
Oh, no, I don't believe any of them live here. Typically, this place is a little under their means, no offense.
Oh.
I mean, truly, it's because of you that we live here looking at your husband.
I just do what I can. I get the numbers right. I help businesses grow.
So, unfortunately, no, the teachers live closer to the school typically.
Oh. Okay. No, none of the students live over here either?
Oh, no. We do our own schooling here at Willowbrook Pines.
Oh. Oh, good
So
to know.
we don't have a need for teachers here. Everybody's homeschooled. I think that would be great if you two decide to have a little one. You could teach from your home.
Well,
What is it that you teach?
I teach history, American history. And social studies, of course, civics classes and everything.
Oh, of course. That could be important. I can see.
Oh, very much so. It's teaching the next generation how our great country runs and operates.
Of course, just like Willowbrook Pines, we've been around for a very long time.
I'm eager to delve into the history of this place. I say, where would I be going about doing that? I'm assuming the local library.
Oh, we don't keep no records of this place. It's all word of mouth. Our families have been here for generations.
Oh.
My mama's been here and her mama.
I take it you're the keeper of the history of this place?
Well, of course. I ain't the head of HOA for nothing, honey.
I give a best hearty laugh I can do.
Oh, bless your heart.
Right. Gently tap Elliot's chest and go, darling, you're asking too many questions first off. Come on, we're just getting here. Let's not badger this nice lady.
I'm so sorry. I'm just a little, you know me, I'm just a little curious.
You guys just enjoy your time here. Feel free to eat. I don't want to have to take any of this home. I got so much here. Go ahead, feel free to eat. Make yourselves all nice and fat.
Oh, we'll take a look.
Make sure to grab some of my cookies.
Oh, you best believe I will. I kind of walk off with Dan, my hand on top of his shoulder, on the top.
And she's just watching you walk away, smiling the whole time, which I can't do because it hurts. I've never smiled this much.
Would I have a business card, assuming I'm an independent person?
Sure.
I just want to go through and pass a few people some business cards. I'm going to give Karen one, and just kind of be like, if you need any help with anything, always willing to help.
Yeah, and as each person you hand it out to, you're going to love it here. Willowbrook Pines is such a safe place to live. They all say the same thing over and over and over. A pattern.
All right.
Karen's the only one that does not say the same thing over and over.
All right. And I say, glad to hear it. Thank you.
As Richard is handing out the business cards to Karen, I ask, I noticed that you have a gardening workshop in a couple days. Do you need any help with that?
Oh, do you know something about gardening?
No, but I was wondering if you needed me to bring any food or anything. I can bake pretty well.
Oh, you're the one that's opening the bakery down the
Yes.
street. Oh, that's so nice. Just make sure you don't make cookies.
Okay.
I can't have any competition for my cookies.
Okay, I won't make cookies.
I promise you won't win.
Okay.
But I'm so thrilled. Do you make apple pie?
Yeah, I can make the apple pie.
I love me some apple pie. I'll have to stop in. When do you open?
Probably about next week.
Oh, that's great. I'll make sure maybe we can have a grand opening party. Yeah. I think that'd be great. We can invite the whole town, get you a little business. You can give away some stuff for free, get some people in.
Maybe.
I think that'd be great. I'll set it up. Don't you worry. I'll give you all the details next week.
Okay. Thank you.
And she just walks away. And you hear her whistling.
I make eye contact with Maggie for a second and then look away.
I purposely made NPCs to piss you guys off.
Is this payback for all, like, our
this
main
is payback
campaign?
for everything. Just start.
No,
So,
not pissing me off. Scaring the shit out of me. Thanks.
Yeah.
so, as the sun begins to dip lower, something truly unsettling occurs. A woman, Miss Ellen Connolly, stands by the dessert table, chatting animatedly with another resident. She gestures, laughs, and then suddenly freezes. Her smile remains plastered to her face, her arms raised mid motion, the fork in her hand suspended in the air. She doesn't blink, doesn't breathe, doesn't move. No one reacts. The residents continue talking, oblivious or deliberately ignoring her. Then, after exactly 14 seconds, she resumes as if nothing happened, picking up her sentence mid-word without any acknowledgement of what just occurred.
I kind of whisper back to John. Did you see that?
You need to whisper it in the mic.
Oh. Did you see that?
Oh, darling, if you just want to take me home
Just
now.
shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up and actually see what the hell just happened.
I'm gonna put a finger up to my lips, smiling, and go, darling, this ain't talk to me here. Let's have this talk later.
Of course. I kind of look around. Well, what, Sugar Plum, how about we head on home?
Again, so you want to get some exercise in?
Maybe not the type of talk we should be having out in the open. As I kind of put my arm around his shoulder and guide him away, I kind of wave over back to wherever the group of the townspeople, and Karen is, well, we're turning in. We'll be all sure to catch you on the flip side.
Everybody's having their own conversations.
Let's go. As I kind of just hurry him along.
I put down the plate that I have not touched. Somewhere. Go.
Anybody else doing anything?
I am eating my food since people are watching. Specifically, when people look at me, I'll take a bite. And I guess I'll just keep an ear out to see if I hear anything weird.
Okay. Are you guys gonna ignore that and just move along?
I mean, I'll kind of whisper, I hope she's okay. That looked like an absent seizure.
Yeah, I hope so too. But let's talk about it more at home.
Yeah, nobody else seems bothered about
There's
it.
a man walking by and he stops. He looks at both of you and places gently, but a firm hand on your arm and says, "It's best not to worry about things like that. Some things don't need to be noticed," and walks away.
Okay. I just kind of side-eye Richard. Let's go home and just forget about all this.
Have they done everything that they're going to be doing at the potluck? You don't want to stand out too much.
Linda.
Yes.
A resident walks past you smiling and shakes your hand, holds out to shake your hand.
Oh,
It's so
hello.
nice to meet you.
Nice to
And
meet you.
they slide their hand away and you feel something in your hand and they walk away.
And I just discreetly put it in my pocket to look
Okay.
at later.
Okay. Now it's up to you guys if you want to go to a central house, because you guys are all right next door to each other. So you guys can go to a central house, your individual houses, but this is kind of your time as everything is winding down to be able to meet together before curfew.
Yep.
I'll say,
yeah, we'll all meet
seeing
up.
them leave, I'll probably go there
And
to
I'm
the
going to-
Barneses.
Yeah,
Same.
we'll meet at the Barnes' house.
Okay.
As we enter, I kind of usher everybody in, kind of like, come on. As everyone gets in, I look around the neighborhood, make sure nobody's watching us, and I close the doors and close the drapes.
And I look at him. I'm like, could you be any more obvious?
Listen, that was probably one of the craziest, weirdest parties I've ever been to.
Listen,
And I went to Michigan State.
listen, Linda. Linda, listen.
I look to Wayne, and I very quietly, so then if there's anything, because I don't know if they've checked their house or not. Have you never been undercover before?
Listen, I'm not some amateur.
How long have you been with the company?
Long enough.
Obviously not. You're probably a back office person that they just needed to get out into the field to cover required field experiments and experience.
Listen
This
here,
is my
Toots.
first time, and I think
know
I'm doing
exactly
better
what
than
I'm
you.
doing.
Me,
Sure you do.
I was
So,
trying to control him before I hurt him.
Anyways, that one lady that went still was exhibiting
what was that?
symptoms of physical stasis. One of the anomalies that we need to be on the lookout for.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
noticed
what?
that. That's why I wanted to get the hell out of there.
Also, and I go in my pocket and pull out what I was handed and look at it.
You open it up, and it says, "You shouldn't be here. They'll notice soon."
And we just got a warning.
I look at the
What
note.
did the stranger say to Richard and I?
Some
Said,
things don't need to be noticed.
it's best not to worry about things like that. Some things don't need to be noticed.
And I relayed that to the group.
Something screwy here.
Wayne?
Yeah, I noticed nobody else was reacting, but I didn't want to seem like we were being too compliant.
Wayne,
Did anybody notice?
next time you want to talk to me about something like this, wait till we're behind these closed doors where I've searched the area. Because if someone overhears us out there, you blow not only your cover, but mine.
Got it.
Ignore it. And then when we're done for the day, we can meet up, take notes. Don't just blow our cover in the field. It's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, all right. But you guys notice anything besides what we obviously saw? You notice how none of these people are acting like what people should be? Because I kind of like emphasize. Notice how it's been a little hot and humid out, and yet nobody besides us, at least myself, is sweating. No perspiration.
Yeah, not even the kids
No
were
nothing.
sweating. And they were almost like way too synchronized in everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we're getting fed a lot, like we're getting fattened up.
Also, I tried talking to one of the neighbors, Stu. Nothing. It's like he's a blank copy. Don't know where he works. I asked about his kids. He just pointed to. He said, "Oh, it's the blonde one." They're all blonde. I bet you any money he probably couldn't have picked them out.
I won't take that bet. He probably does.
Everyone's acting very machine-like.
So your theories are machines? Explain Karen.
I don't know.
Well, Karen seems to be the only one that can give us an original sentence, not something that sounds like it's being parroted by everybody else.
Yeah, I handed out business cards, and I heard Willowbrook Pines is such a nice place to live like 700 times. It felt
And
like.
it's safe. Like,
Yes.
consistently, it's safe here, it's safe here, it's safe here.
You're going to love it here.
And how do they not have kids going to school?
Well, don't
There
you
is a
know,
thing
darling?
called-
They're homeschooled.
Yeah, but they can't all be homeschooled.
Says who?
Well, people would notice if too many of them were together being taught specifically different things. Probably to keep this on the hush-hush.
When you go to work, when do you start your job?
That's the thing. I'm supposed to start Monday, but who am I teaching?
You're teaching, I guess, the public school outside the HOA community. So, take the car, get permissions that you need, try to get some answers from them. I'm going to go to the door and slowly open it, acting like I'm a little bit tired. Hello?
Oh, hello. It's Karen.
Hi, Karen. How we doing?
Great. I saw y'all took off. We just finished wrapping up, and I know your husband loved my cookies, so I wanted to bring a couple extra plates. And there's 2 plates saran wrapped of those perfect cookies. Oh, do we got a little gathering going on here?
We're just getting to know
Kinda
each
like-
other as well.
Looking in the crack of the door.
I smile and wave if she
I
manages to
kind of
see me.
step behind like a wall, so then she wouldn't see that I'm part of this group.
Well,
We just wanted to talk. That's all. They're about to leave, so my husband and I can have some private time.
here you go. Here's the cookies. We'll see y'all tomorrow at the community watch meeting, yeah?
Sure. I can't wait to see your HVA
Perfect.
board.
It's at the Willowbrook Pines Community Center at the end of the cul-de-sac. It's that brick building. We'll see you there bright and early. Don't be late. There's some important information.
All right. Sounds great.
And she just kind of hands you the cookies and leaves. Smile still on her face.
I'm going to shut the door and go, oh dear, your cookies are delivered.
Good service. And I go into the kitchen and I pull out a carton of milk and start to pour myself some.
Then I'm going to look at him again. So, we could have seen her come and been more prepared, as someone left the window drapes open.
Remember the rules about no unscheduled gatherings? I thought maybe try to keep this on the down low.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. She just now saw that. If we could have seen her coming and some of us stayed hidden, would have been an unscheduled gathering if she just saw you and me?
And you could have also came up with plausible deniability, saying that we're all just getting to know
fine.
each other.
I made a mistake. Everyone wants to jump on me. I'm sorry.
Start thinking with your brain that apparently you have to be in the field. Because obviously I'm not seeing anything that I'm tempted to call and say, hey, why the fuck is this guy on this team? Start thinking.
Yeah, I will. Because I look down at the plate of cookies and I decided to just wrap them up, put them in the fridge, and just drink the milk.
Alright, we should be heading home.
Yeah, I said I was about to kick you guys out after we got to know each other a little bit more, so...
Yeah, I'm
no
gonna...
offense, shoo.
As we go out, I'm gonna be looking and seeing if I can see Karen before.
So everybody goes out to go to their houses. It is eerily dead outside. No noise at all, no crickets, no wind, no nothing. Looks like nothing ever happened out there.
I look down to see what time it is.
It is 7 o'clock.
I just walk home.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk home too.
Okay. So, night comes and goes, and the next morning it is time for the community watch meeting. And that's where we're going to take a break. So, we will be right back. Please don't go anywhere. And we're back. So, again, next morning, the community watch meeting, as you guys are getting ready, passing through, Elliot, Maggie, and Linda, you all notice the doll back in its same place that it started.
As I'm walking down the hall, I kind of stop.
Pass by that room.
I stop and back up and stare at the doll. And I'm like, the hell? As I'm walking to... Wait, is it actually doing that?
I'd just be coming back from a jog.
Can you make the doll dance?
Oh shit, is it doing... Wait, the Macarena hasn't been invented
It's
yet.
doing the Macarena.
I'm just kind of like, what the hell?
All of a sudden, you just hear, Richard!
I come running. What?
Maybe this doll invented the Macarena.
Did
Let's
you move
do
that
it.
doll?
Why would I touch that doll?
I turned it around
Okay.
to face the back of the chair.
Okay, so maybe this door stays shut, is what I'm hearing.
I'm going to go gently pick up the doll. Is there a closet?
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on the top shelf of the closet, shut the closet door, and shut the bedroom door.
And you walk out.
Nope.
I kind of staring at it, but at the doorway, I kind of look around and I see if I can hear John.
I would have just shut the
John?
door to come in.
John, get up here.
Already fucking up early in the morning. Name is what again?
Sorry, I'm sorry, Daniel.
What's
As I point
wrong?
toward the doll.
What about it?
When we came in the other day, I picked up the doll, look at it, and I dropped it on the floor. It was laying on the floor face down. All seriousness, did you take that doll up and put it back?
I haven't gone in this room. I went to bed last night and then showered and went and jogged.
Okay, because then somebody came in the house and moved it. Because it's right back where it was when I first opened this room, and I didn't touch it, and you didn't touch it, so someone touched it.
Maybe your girlfriend Karen used her spare key to come in and reset it.
This isn't funny, Daniel.
No, I am putting out the possibility. Which, because HOA do have keys to doors.
I just go over to the doll and grab it. And I open the closet door. I want to look and see if there's like a door or a hatch or like into an attic or something.
Yeah.
I just shove it in the corner and take whatever it is and just put it right in front of it, like maybe a box or something.
Okay.
And I shut the door.
Linda, you see this as well.
You're really paranoid.
Nope. I'm gonna just shut the bedroom door. Call Buddy, because that's the dog's name, to go for a walk. Alright. And I get Buddy ready to go for a walk around.
After hearing that laugh, I slowly just open the door to check the chair. Make sure it didn't move from the closet.
Yeah.
I close the door again, and I just walk down the stairs.
I turn to Daniel. Can I please have the key so I can go to the high school and check in and everything before school classes start on Monday?
The car keys is on the car key hanger.
Okay. I go and grab the keys.
We got the watch meeting, though, remember?
Shit, I don't have time to get to the school first, do I?
No.
Okay. I go and hook the key. I pocket the keys. All right, let's go to the HOA meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready and go there too.
Yeah. After I'm done walking Buddy, I'm gonna get ready to go to that meeting.
Testing something. I'm going to put myself in tennis shoes, shorts, and a tee and just stand right beside Elliot.
I'm going to make sure that my makeup, hair, and dress look okay.
Okay.
I look like
okay.
I'm going to be going to the clinic right after the meeting.
Okay.
I'm wearing my khaki pants, dress shoes, button-down shirt and tie.
What do you wear? Khakis.
Khakis.
Yeah, I'm wearing like a sweater vest and like
Well, she's a guy,
that
so.
kind of thing.
Okay. So, the Willowbrook Pines Community Center sits at the end of a cul-de-sac. A one-story brick building with a white-trimmed entrance and a glowing porch light that hums softly in the air. A wooden sign by the door with elegantly carved lettering reads Willowbrook Pines Community Center, a place for neighbors. Inside, the atmosphere is oddly warm, not just in temperature, but in feeling. Like stepping into a childhood memory of small town America. The scent of lemon polish and freshly brewed coffee lingers in the air, mingling with the sound of soft chatter as residents take their seats in neatly arranged folding chairs. At the front of the room, a podium stands perfectly centered, flanked by two American flags that seem just a little too pristine, the fabric completely still despite the ceiling fans whirring above. There are no decorations, no bulletin boards, no clutter. Just sterile organization. Every chair faces forward in perfect rows, the spacing between them eerily exact. Karen Prescott stands by the podium, chatting with Wendell Grayson, the neighborhood's gatekeeper. Wendell, an older man with steel gray hair and a neatly pressed uniform, barely acknowledges you as you enter, his posture rigid, formal, eyes sharp behind his thick glasses. Residents file in with practiced efficiency, never speaking over one another, each person greeting the next with the same polite yet hollow exchange. Good evening, neighbor. Good evening to you, too. It's beautiful. It certainly is. All of them, the same. It happens over and over. Their words an unsettling echo. A looped script spoken with mechanical pleasantness. Once everyone's seated, Karen Prescott takes the stage, her ever-present smile unwavering as she spreads her hands in a welcoming gesture. Good evening, neighbors. As always, it's so wonderful to see so many familiar faces and a few new ones. Her eyes flick towards you for a split second, just enough to register, but too quick to call out. We take great pride in our community's safety. It's why Willowbrook Pines has remained such a perfect place to live. And that's because all of you, because we take care of each other, we look out for one another. There's a pause, just a heartbeat too long, which is why we must always be vigilant. She places delicate emphasis on the last word, her gaze sweeping the room. Every resident nods exact same time, except for you. What are you guys doing as the speech begins?
You said this is a community gathering, so everybody's supposed to be
Every
there.
single person is here.
Do I notice, like, this is gonna sound weird, but since I'm a teacher, do I notice, like, high school age kids? Are all the kids the exact same age or anything like that? Is there any variation amongst the ages or makeup of the youngsters of this community?
There's most of them are younger, probably not past middle school.
No high schoolers, huh?
Do I recognize the people that I handed business cards out to yesterday, or are these fully fresh faces?
Nope, they're all the same.
Okay.
Everybody that you guys have seen, most of you are used to taking in information and studying faces because of this job. And these look like the people you all met with yesterday.
I'm just staying quiet and observing.
Yeah.
Is anyone blinking?
Yeah.
Let me guess, at the same exact time?
Are they synchronized?
Yes. And they're all smiling.
Just taking Elliot's hand in my lap and just holding it, making it look like a happy couple.
As Karen continues, she gestures towards Wendell Grayson, who steps forward and clears his throat. Now, neighbors, we have a little concern on our hands. Some of you may have heard about the vagrant spotted near the tree line on the eastern edge of the neighborhood last night.
Oh, what's that? Sorry.
A vagrant spotted near the tree line on the eastern edge of the neighborhood. A murmur of concern rolls through the room, but no one actually speaks. The sound is there, the reaction is there, but it's as if their voices never fully form words. Wendell continues. He was seen walking near the woods behind the cul-de-sac. Tall fella, thin, wearing a brown coat. And as you guys are watching the room, residents begin exchanging quick glances as if waiting for the correct reaction before responding.
I raise my hand. Do we have any more description of what this gentleman looks like?
Oh, there's no need to worry. Just a traveler, most likely. But if you do see anything suspicious, be sure to notify Wendell immediately.
Okay.
And Wendell... And if you do see him, don't call the police. It's not necessary. We handle things internally here at Willowbrook Pines. And at first it seems like a simple case of community paranoia, but something's not adding up. And at this point, everybody's kind of free to go talk about whatever with each other. It's kind of everybody's able to do whatever. Good.
I'm gonna pat Elliot's hand. Let's go meet the entire board, shall we? Get ourselves to know with the community leaders.
Of course. I follow Daniel.
Holding his hand. And I'm gonna go up to Karen. Hey, Karen.
Oh, hi there.
Elliot and I just wanted to meet the entire board. Are they all here?
Oh, a few of them are taking care of some things, so they won't be here tonight. But probably in the next meeting.
Alright. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know, because I realized I did not discuss what I do. I run my own business at home and go about. I consult with businesses and all that to help them financially, get their books more on number, help them save some amount. So I just wanted to offer that services to you guys.
Oh, that's great. We don't need nothing like that right now, but we'll be sure to keep you in mind for the future.
Oh, that's great to hear, Karen. Elliot, did you have any questions for Miss Karen here? I know you gobbled up her cookies last night.
Well, I just want to say thank you for the extra cookies. So does everybody on the board work for was it Valence Dynamics, the company that runs the whole area?
Oh, of course. This whole thing is run by them, and most people, they either work in the town, but by working in the town, you work for them since they own it.
Is the place headquartered out of here?
Oh, of course. It's right past the tree line. There is a road to get there, but that's restricted. You're not allowed in there.
Of course. I mean, I'd be interested in the history of the company, but that's something for a later time. Who does anyone work directly for them around here? I'd be interested to know a little more about them.
Oh, you could probably set up with the head of their HR department or their advertising department or whatever. They'll probably get you some information. Unfortunately, that's not our position. I just take care of the HOA, take care of the community.
Of course. Well, if that's not it, I look to Daniel. I need to go head over to the high school to check in and see about when I need to get ready for classes on Monday.
Alright. Well, you be safe and drive, okay?
Of course. I'll see you at dinner tonight.
And I just tap my cheek.
I'm just quietly listening to all the conversations around me.
Okay.
Would I have been given tools on the way to, would I have tools already, or do I need to go buy some?
No,
okay. Alright. So I don't need to go do that.
I'm gonna head to Willowbrook Pines Family Clinic.
Okay.
Do I hear anything interesting about what was discussed in the meeting or anything like that?
If you're just kind of listening, for some reason, most of the conversations They're almost so low you can't hear them.
I go look for Richard.
I haven't wandered far. I'm just kind of bouncing around, trying to listen in to people.
Kind of slowly look at Richard and say anything.
Nothing.
Actually, before I go to the clinic, I'm going to go up to Walden or Wendell. Wendell. So this stranger has caught me kind of worried. Is there any security measures being put in place to make sure that no intruders get in?
Oh, of course. We're very vigilant. And we have security from the business next door that helps as well. You don't have to worry.
A stranger? I know I just moved here, but that seems really scary.
Don't worry your pretty little heart, darling. And we'll make sure it's taken care of. We handle everything here ourselves.
Okay. I'm glad that this is such a safe neighborhood.
It's very safe.
And I'm gonna wander away.
So,
go ahead.
Oracle, quick question. In relation to where we are we right near the east side where that stranger was walking around? Or is that like away and out of sight?
Oh no, it's behind your cul-de-sac.
Okay, so like if I were to go over there, they're gonna see me walking that way?
Where you are?
Yeah.
You're down the street from the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
But you don't know who's watching.
So I'm going to drive to my house. I'm going to go inside. But instead of going all the way into the house, I'm going to go into the backyard and I'm going to try and sneak into the wood line to see if I can see some evidence of this individual.
Okay. You need to make a stealth roll.
Stealth roll. Shoot. Okay.
D100. Tell me what your percentage is on your paper and what you roll.
It's 20.
Keep in mind, matching the number as well is also a failure, and it's a critical failure.
0 mean.
No.
It's a 100.
Oh no.
Our cover's getting blown this session.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
No. His cover's blown.
Which means yours is blown and we all came at the same time. Which means ours is blown.
Oh. Ben?
Okay. So, you go to walk out and there's a fence in the backyard that you have to climb over. And you go into the bushes and immediately
Whoa!
An alarm starts going off.
Do we hear this in the clubhouse?
Yes. It is played over every speaker in the neighborhood and in the facility right across.
I go, golly!
What?
Run back
is
into my
that?
house.
I'm gonna look to Karen and go, what's going on?
Oh, well, it seems like somebody must have, or a critter must have walked across the sensor lines that lead to the facility. If you or a critter walks into the bushes, it sets off an alarm.
But then wouldn't the alarm be set off by this mysterious man?
Oh, he was standing near the woods. He wasn't in them.
Well, it's a good thing that
That's
fence is there to keep
reassuring.
us safe.
How do you know if it's
as I
critter or
run,
not?
I get back in the house. And then I, as casual as I can, walk back out to the car and just start up to drive out.
Where are you driving to?
I'm gonna drive to the high school.
Okay.
How do you know if it's critter or not, Karen?
Oh, well, we don't know, but we'll go ahead and check the cameras when we leave here. We have cameras in every section of the woods.
Alright, sounds like you guys really got this locked down. I'm happy to feel so safe here.
Of course. That we strive to keep y'all safe. I truly believe it's a wild animal. I would hate to think any of our residents would wander into woods that they don't belong.
I mean, you made it
that-
clear. It's one of the rules.
Exactly. It calls for immediate removal from the neighborhood. And that's if the corporation doesn't want to do anything further.
Well, how does your guys' I get you guys got this security system, but who provides the power and all that? How do you guys finance it all? It sounds all expensive.
Oh, it's owned by the corporation. They run all of this. They're very nice to provide us with all of this.
So it doesn't come out of the HOA funds or anything like that?
Oh no, the HOA funds just make it look pretty.
Sounds like you really do have a good handle. It's good to see a business in an area with good financial stability.
Of course. Richard and Maggie,
Yes.
you, as you're sitting there walking around, I'm assuming taking notes, kind of discreetly.
Well, I'm taking mental notes to take actual notes later.
You notice a man sitting near the back suddenly go rigid, his expression blank, his mouth slightly open as if buffering. A woman next to him gently places a hand on his knee. A beat passes. He blinks twice, then resumes as if nothing happened, his face reset into a warm, polite smile.
Okay. I'll make a mental note, but I won't react, since I've been warned not to.
Same.
Linda, make me a let's just go with an alertness roll.
Alertness?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 33 and my alertness is 60.
Okay, you succeed. So you're thinking about them talking about this man standing in the woods. And you recall seeing something different upon entering the neighborhood. Perhaps a man standing near the woods, something out of place, but now that memory feels cloudy, like static in your brain.
Okay. I'm gonna file that away to take notes of later of memory loss.
So, as the meeting wraps up, the residents stand in perfect unison and begin filing out one by one. No words exchanged. Just as you move toward the door, an older woman, Mildred Dawson, a frail widow with silver hair and a floral dress, grabs your hand, Linda, in a vice like grip. Her knuckles are bone white, her eyes wide, and she whispers in a voice trembling with urgency, "He's not real. None of them are real." Before you can react, Karen's voice rings out brightly from the doorway. "Mildred, dear, are you feeling all right?" Mildred immediately stiffens, her face smoothing over into the same practiced Pleasantville smile. She lets go of your hand, smoothing her dress, and chirps in a cheerful, hollow tone. "Oh, I just love these meetings, don't you? Such a wonderful community." The other residents are watching her now, their expressions unreadable, their heads all slightly tilted in the same direction. As you all leave, the last sound you hear before the door closes is Karen's gentle, knowing voice. "It's so important to keep the neighborhood safe, don't you think?"
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not going to see Mildred again. It was what was her name? Mildred.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so
It is Mildred Dawson.
okay. So she said he's not real, none of them are real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure that I did get that down correctly.
Okay. I'm going to, assuming Maggie's going home with me, I'm going home and I want to check my mail and see if anybody's putting any kind of like work orders in. See if maybe I can get into somebody's house to fix some stuff up.
Okay.
About what time is it?
Probably about 4-ish.
I'm gonna
in the
actually
evening?
walk to the bakery.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay. As you guys begin to leave the community center, you notice a small group of residents gather near the bulletin board by the exit, and Karen is posting a sign: "New neighborhood watch patrol groups, mandatory check-in tonight at 9 p.m. And then failure to participate will result in a compliance review." And she looks, "Just a little precaution. HOA likes to make sure all of our residents feel safe. After all, you never know who might be passing through these days." So you get the fact that tonight at 9 you're going to be required to go to this meeting.
Okay. All right.
Am I able to get to the high school at a timely manner where there's still like the principal to talk to and all that?
Sure. Let's see. Gotta find my notes here.
Well, I'm gonna go home, get dressed in more business casual before slowly walking around the HOA just to see if maybe people have some small businesses or something, just to see if I can get some connections.
Okay. All right. So all right. Elliot, the road out of Willowbrook Pines cuts through a stretch of woods and flat country highway before gradually giving way to the modest red brick structure of Baldwin County High School. So you realize that your intel was wrong. Don't know why, but your intel was wrong. The school building itself is typical for the time, low slung, with rows of slightly grimy windows, a big asphalt parking lot cracked by creeping weeds, and a few faded school buses lined up along the fence. An American flag flutters at half staff on a tall, creaky pole, honoring some local tragedy or national event that's already starting to blur in the public memory. A banner above the double doors reads Baldwin County Buccaneers, home of the fighting spirit. The mascot, a cartoonish pirate with a foam sword, smiles dumbly in the school colors, navy and gold. You walk in. Inside, the hallways smell faintly of floor wax, old books, and teenage sweat. Trophy cases line the walls, showing off dusty football and debate team awards. Students' hand-painted posters advertise the upcoming Spring Fling dance, tickets on sale, and Booster Club car wash fundraiser. The principal's office is tucked near the front behind a heavy glass door with gold lettering. It says Mr. Charles Whitmore, principal. You go in?
Yes.
So-
First.
The secretary, a tired-looking woman with huge 80s hair and pink nails, greets you with a polite, if distracted smile, nowhere near what theirs is. Oh, you must be Mr. Barnes. First day Monday?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Whitmore's expecting you. Right through there, hun.
Thanks so much. I go through the door.
So, Principal Charles Whitmore, he's mid-50s, ruddy complexion, glasses sliding down his nose, wearing a brown tweed jacket with suede elbow patches. Typical, 80s principal. His office is messy but lived in. Stacks of manila folders, a coffee mug stained with old rings, a corkboard full of school events, kids' achievements, and a few missing assignment sheets. There's a Polaroid taped to the wall behind his desk, a candid photo of a school barbecue where everyone looks relaxed, a little chaotic but real. He stands up to shake your hand firmly, grinning like he's already relieved someone agreed to teach here. Mr. Barnes, glad to have you aboard. History, huh?
And U.S. government.
You'll be in room 207. Good bunch of kids. Some troublemakers, sure, but nothing out of the ordinary. Welcome to the madhouse.
I look around. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little shocked that I live over in Willowbrook. What's that mean?
He kind of leans back a little bit. I heard they're different up there. Real private. Too perfect, if you ask me. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It's certainly different from what me and my significant other are used to. You know, I'm a little curious. Do we have any of the kids from Willowbrook go here? Because I asked, and I felt so silly. I got this letter. I thought it said Willowbrook High, and yet somehow when I asked where the location was, I got one of those very perfect smiles, and I got told that they don't have a school.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened. They used to have a school, but
What happened to it?
beats me. Like I said, that place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
So, do any of the high school age kids go here?
Oh, we don't have anybody from Willowbrook. You'll be the first person to step foot in this place from Willowbrook.
Not one.
Oh no. And you're commuting from there.
Yes. We live I got a lot down the road.
Well, just holler if you need anything. We take care of ours down here.
Of course. Tell me something. It's gonna sound a little odd. Did anybody, not just the kids, but did any of the adults ever go to this high school? Are they from the local Georgia area?
Oh, you mean them Willowbrook?
Yeah. Some of the older residents. Did they go to high school here?
From what I can tell, everybody that was born in Willowbrook stays in Willowbrook. Usually, once you're there, you never leave.
Nobody went to high school went to school anywhere outside of Willowbrook? They didn't go here? They're not from the area?
I'm not the one to ask. I have nothing to do with Willowbrook.
Oh, please forgive me for all the questions. It was kind of a last minute thing offer that my spouse and I got offered to live there and work in the area. It seemed like too good of an offer to turn down. We just figured that such a perfect community there would have been a little more recent. Everything's so perfect. Like it's almost like it was transplanted there. As I kind of like look around at the older buildings inside, like some nothing was not. Willowbrook's just always been there. Everybody there just stays there.
As far as I can tell, I've lived here all my life, and Willowbrook has been odd. And in all my years, I've never once had a kid transfer in from Willowbrook. Not one. It's odd to me. It's the damnedest thing. I mean, big enough town, nice houses, but no teenagers. You ever heard of a suburb with no high schoolers?
No. Usually they're kind of a staple of any community. You got the Hellraisers, and you got the Jocks, and you got all the goody two shoes, but you've always got some, but none.
I asked around once. PTA folks said they handle their own schooling. Never could get a straight answer. They don't even come to county sporting events. Never fielded a football team, never sent kids to spelling bees, nothing. When we do door-to-door fundraisers, car washes, chocolate bars, they won't even open up the doors there.
Nothing.
I had a buddy on the school board try to get zoning changed to build a middle schooler closer to Pines. Guess what? Homeowners Association threw a fit. Stomped it dead before it even left committee.
That's odd, because I may not have seen teenagers there, but I saw plenty of middle school age kids.
Truth is, we just stopped asking. It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall.
I appreciate the information. It's just the damnedest thing. You think well, my old man always said, don't question a gift horse in the mouth. Well, look at a gift horse in the mouth, but it seems a little too good to be true. I'm just curious about if you learn about the whole Willowbrook as much as I can, because according to them, it's the safest place in the world.
Best advice: teach your classes, be polite, and stay on the good side. Folks from Pines don't like people poking around.
Of course. Well, I can't wait to start on Monday. I think I'll be able to do some good here.
I think you'll be great. It's a rowdy bunch of kids, but
as I kind of look around and get up, I'm like, oh, You ever had any? I know you say you don't really much, but you ever ran into that? What was it Karen Prescott or Wendell Grayson? They seem to be the only two people at that Willowbrook who seem to actually say more than three sentences.
Oh, I've heard of them, but I've never had the pleasure of meeting them.
All right. Well, good meeting you. I'll offer to shake his hand. Hand feels appropriately clammy.
Oh yeah, like fat sweats, meat sweats. So, Linda, you go to drive. You're following the map. Kids, this is before GPS. You follow the map
I
to
know how to
where
read a map.
you're supposed to go. You realize your intel's wrong too.
Huh.
It takes you to the Baldwin County Family Clinic. It sits across from a strip mall with a Western Auto, a laundromat, and a fried chicken shack. It's Georgia. It's Georgia. The clinic is a one-story squat building made of tan brick with a faded green awning over the entrance. The sign above the door, once bright white, is now yellowing and cracked, reading Baldwin County Family Medical Center, serving you since 1959. But the 9 in 1959 is missing part of its paint. The parking lot is half full, mostly beat up pickups, a few aging sedans, a rusty station wagon. A kid on a BMX bike circles lazily near the dumpsters. Inside, the clinic smells like antiseptic cleaner and old paper. The front desk is a battered laminate counter staffed by a tired-looking nurse in pastel scrubs, chewing gum loudly. She barely glances up from her crossword puzzle. Yeah. You here for your shift paperwork?
Yes, I am.
She hands you a clipboard covered in forms that look photocopied a few too many times. Fuzzy ink, misaligned fields. The waiting room is small and worn. Tattered magazines from 3 years ago. A fish tank with more algae than fish. A clunky coffee maker that burps steam but no coffee. A bulletin board advertising free CPR classes, church bake sales, and missing cat posters. Not a single HOA notice or mandated flyer like in Willowbrook. Behind the front desk, you catch glimpses of harried nurses and orderlies in worn sneakers, moving fast but smiling, joking with each other. This place actually feels real. Coming out is a woman in her late 40s, wiry, sharp-tongued, but not unkind, wearing a navy blue uniform, sleeves rolled up, white sneakers with scuffed toes, wields a clipboard like a weapon, and she smells faintly of cigarettes and hand sanitizer. Caldwell, right? Pines girl?
Yes, I am.
Don't see many of you volunteering to work outside the neighborhood.
I just moved there, and it is... Do we have any of their patients coming?
You can handle injections?
Yeah.
Stitch a wound if needed?
I'm moved from North Carolina. Was in a big old hospital up there.
Good. We're short-staffed, and the Friday night football crowd's going to start rolling in soon. Oh, and don't mind if things get loud. We actually have teenagers down here. And she says it with a smirk.
The hustle and bustle of ER. This is my home.
Claps you on the shoulder harder than necessary and points you toward a back office full of outdated medical charts and battered filing cabinets.
Yep.
I need you to get to work on those before we get busy.
All right. And I head to the...
Welcome to real nurse work. You're charming. Yeah,
This is
so
just graduate call.
you chart.
Oh yeah.
Have fun.
And while I'm charting, I'm going to make mental notes of like where people are from and see if I see anybody from Willowbrook.
Okay, so repeated HIPAA violations. Got it.
Oh yeah.
We are violating HIPAA, people.
When
We're
was
se-
HIPAA
we're se-
invented?
Hey, we got
Huh?
government permission.
HIPAA's been around for a long time.
About to say,
Yeah.
we're kind of secret agents in a secret government agency. Do you really think those apply to us?
Actually,
They
no,
do.
HIPAA doesn't exist.
Oh, you know what?
1996, President Clinton
Damn.
swore it in. So it doesn't exist.
So you're
So
free to
she's
do
like,
it.
I'm taking everything.
Nah, I'm just looking to see if there's any patients that are from Willowbrook Pines, and then going to make notes on who to keep an eye on.
Okay.
But I'm going to chart like I'm supposed to, and do my job.
All right. Maggie, you're going to the bakery, right?
Yes.
So, the bakery is nestled near the tiny commercial strip inside Willowbrook Pines, a little corner of Main Street that feels almost too perfect, like it was built all at once from a movie set. The storefront has large glass windows with lace curtains tied neatly back and a freshly painted sign above. Sweet Haven Bakery, established 1985, a taste of home. You can still smell the sharp tang of fresh paint and drywall dust beneath the more pleasant scent of vanilla air freshener. You walk inside. The bakery is pristine, almost too pristine. Every table and chair is perfectly aligned. The counter gleams under the soft lighting. The display cases are already filled with fake pastries, perfect little models from wax or resin. A chalkboard menu hangs behind the counter listing items like cinnamon buns, apple tarts, home-style white bread, all written in precise, almost mechanical cursive. There's no signs of real flour anywhere, no mess, no dusting of powdered sugar, no smell of baking bread, only that cloying manufactured sweetness hanging heavy in the air. Standing behind the counter, which is weird, this is your place, standing behind the counter is Betsy, a woman in her early 30s. She wears a perfect white apron tied over a pale blue dress, with sensible flats and her blonde hair pulled back into a flawless bun. Her smile appears the instant you enter, wide, unwavering, mechanical. Oh, hello, Miss Hayes. We're so excited to have you open in Sweet Haven. Everything is almost ready, just waiting on your special touch. Her voice is pleasant but off, like someone reciting a script. But, it is yours to look around, if you wish.
I am gonna look around, but I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna look for obvious like bugs, cameras, stuff like that without making it obvious to Betsy what I'm looking at.
Okay. All right. So Betsy actually follows you around, but not too close. Always just a little behind, watching quietly, hands folded neatly in front of her apron. So you see in the front area, there's the chalkboard menu written in the perfect cursive handwriting, not hand done, almost stenciled, too neat to be natural. And You see cinnamon buns, apple tarts, white bread loaves, honey croissants, home-style cookies. Every item has neat prices ending in .00, no cents, which is odd for a bakery. There are display cases, glass and spotless, filled with perfect fake pastries like wax models, cinnamon buns, loaves, cookies, tarts. No real baked goods. Everything looks good from a distance, but closer inspection shows they're dummies. The pastries are arranged symmetrically, every display mirrored exactly left and right. You have 5 small round tables with 2 chairs each, painted in soft cream and blue. No scratches, no signs of use. Everything still smells faintly of varnish. Each table has a single fake daisy in a narrow white vase, and matching linen napkins folded into perfect triangles. The counter is polished white marble, or a very good fake, you're not sure. An old-fashioned brass cash register sits on the counter. It works, but when open, only perfectly clean blank receipts are inside. A little metal bell sits next to it engraved with "Ring for Service." Behind the counter, you have 2 large stainless steel ovens, completely spotless, no signs of ever being used. Temperature knobs are set to off and feel stiff like they've never been turned. You have 2 heavy-duty mixers like the vintage KitchenAid models, shiny and unused. Bowls are immaculate, no flour dust, no sugar granules, no baking smell. You have a walk-in refrigerator, a heavy steel door with a keypad lock. Betsy follows behind you, and you can hear a faint humming sound coming from behind the door, but no cold air leaks from the edges. You have fully stocked shelves with baking basics, flour, seal bags, sugar, yeast, baking powder, sorted spices. All brands are generic Pines Cooperative brand, not recognizable national brands. Every bag is sealed, all expiration dates are identical, best before March 15th, 1986. You have wax paper bags, cardboard boxes, ribbons, and stickers, all printed with Sweet Haven Bakery, a taste of home. Your name is already printed on the sticker templates from the kitchen of Margaret Hayes. You never ordered these. The employee bulletin board is empty except for a single laminated sheet. Mandatory work schedule compliance. All recipes must be approved by HOA committee prior to sale. You notice the floor is clean, almost surgical. No scuffs, no footprints. All clocks show exactly 3 p.m. There's a music system installed, but it's not turned on. There is a fire exit door that exists, but the panic bar is bolted shut from the outside. And there are light switches that are labeled in neat block letters: front lights, oven system, display lighting. And then a second apron neatly folded behind the counter, embroidered with Margaret Hayes already. And again, Betsy follows you wherever you go, just a few seconds behind. She never blinks when you're reading something. Anytime you test any of the equipment, flipping switches, opening drawers, she smiles wider, but nothing. She says nothing.
So all my recipes have to be approved through HOA?
Oh, all preparations have been made. You only need to begin.
I understand that, but why is there cookies on here when Karen said that I can't sell cookies?
She's going to bring in her own. She's going to bring them in for you. Make an alertness roll, please.
Don't fail.
You say that I'm gonna freaking fail, you ass. 59. My alertness is 60.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, that was a close one.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That
Yeah.
is literally the closest you could get without failing. Because a 60 would have been a critical failure.
Oh, Jesus
Um,
criminy.
You remember, you were kind of walking through this quickly. You remember that on the refrigerator, on the walk-in fridge, there was a lock. And it was odd to you why there was a lock on a unused fridge. On your unused fridge that you didn't put there.
Betsy, why is there a lock on the fridge?
Oh. All preparations have been made. You only need to begin.
You said that. Did Karen put the lock on the fridge?
Oh, somebody did. I don't know. You don't need to go in there.
To get milk, eggs, butter, anything cold, I would have to go in there.
Oh, it's okay. All preparations have been made. You only need to begin.
Okay, in order to begin, I would need to get into the fridge.
And she just sits there and smiles.
Okay. Let's begin.
Okay, and with that, she kind of just walks off into a side room away from the fridge, away from everything. And you just hear her messing with stuff.
I follow behind just to kind of see what she's doing.
It's weird. She's not doing anything. All of this stuff doesn't seem real. The flour, the sugar, it all just seems like props. Like this place is staged. That's it.
I go to the display case and kind of take out like a sample of each thing and kind of like take, I assume there's like a fork or something around,
Yeah,
and I kind of like cut into it a little bit.
it's wax. It just kind of... I mean, it's those typical displays in
Yeah.
bakeries.
Is there any of the cookies in there?
No.
I go back into the kitchen to help Betsy start baking, I guess.
Okay. She kind of like, she almost doesn't ignore you intentionally, but she kind of like spins around, and as she walks to go to the front holding a bowl, she walks by the fridge, tugs on the lock, makes sure it's locked, and keeps going.
Okay, that's weird. I say to myself in my head. Alright, Betsy, I think you have everything under control. I will be heading out and I'll come. If you need anything, just let me know.
Oh, I think I'm gonna wrap up too. I gotta go cook supper for the family. And immediately puts down the bowl, takes off the apron, walks out.
Did I notice any cameras or anything?
No.
I'm gonna check the bowl.
Okay.
See if it looks like an actual batter or anything.
There is nothing in the bowl.
What the fuck? I go to look at the lock on the door.
Okay.
You know I'm not proficient at picklocking or lockpicking.
All right. believe you have a husband who is, though.
Yeah.
You have a husband who's very good at it.
Yeah.
You're married to a criminal. Remember, you guys have radios. You guys were given radios.
I'm gonna
Secure
just
radios.
greatly use my radio and it's like, hey, Richard.
And I would just be inside our house, so I gotta. Yeah.
Meet me at the bakery.
All right. And I'll head out, lock up on the way out, and start walking to the bakery.
Okay.
And I'll clean up like the bowl and everything, kind of like put it back. And all of that from Betsy.
All right.
Is the door unlocked when I get there?
Yeah.
Okay. I close it and lock it behind me.
Is there shades to be drawn and everything?
No. There are in the windows, but not for the doors.
If there's an open sign, I'm also gonna flick it to closed.
I'm gonna go
and make it look like I'm cleaning up as I walk in, like I just came to help out a little bit.
Okay.
I'm here.
Check the fridge.
I'm gonna look around and see the fridge and the lock on the fridge.
Heavy duty lock.
Why is there a lock?
I don't know. Betsy said that I didn't really need to worry about it. I'm just waiting for my word to begin. And then when I said ask questions, she didn't answer.
All right.
When I said, okay, so I guess we can begin, Nate started mixing a bowl with nothing in it.
All right. Give me some space. Watch my back. Make sure nobody comes in.
And then I'll do that.
Make it look busy. Anybody else comes in, clear your throat a little bit loud. I'll make it look like I'm swiping the doing something and cleaning up the floor.
All right.
Do you got a mop or something I could pretend I was using?
Sure. Yeah, I hand the mop and mop bucket to.
Make the floor a little bit wet in the area surrounding. Put the mop back so if I hear her clear her throat, I can immediately pretend I was mopping back here.
Okay.
I am first going to look for security measures since this seems a little bit high tech, but I've done a lot of breaking and entering, so.
Okay.
Let's see if I
for
notice
this
anything.
entire thing, what are you going to use? What skill?
To break in locksmithing, which is craft.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I got a 79 and I have a 60 in locksmithing.
So you can't quite get it. You gonna try again?
It's a really good lock. You didn't find the key anywhere?
I'm assuming it is with Karen, the HOA, which I have to get all my recipes approved through.
Do we want me to try again?
No, because we probably should get out of here before Wendell or Karen show up. I mean, if we want to try again, I'll keep a closer eye out. But it's up to you.
Keep an eye out for some clay. I can make a fake key if I get an indent with the right stuff. But I'll have to leave town to get that done.
Don't think we have clay.
Well, just keep an eye out. Guess we should go home then.
Alright, so you're not going to try again?
I mean...
With me not knowing if there's a security system, I feel like I might come back later. Oh, there's not a security system.
No.
Okay, I'm going to try again then, yeah.
Okay.
I failed again. I got 81 and it was a 60.
Okay. So you get, as long as you don't crit fail, you get 5 chances total.
Okay. All right.
I'm being
try again.
lenient.
Failed again. Not a crit.
Holy cow!
Failed again. Not a crit. That one made it. The last one made it.
Holy fuck!
I got a
Oh my
13, and my skills is 60.
Doesn't it suck when
I got a lot of
system
80s.
is opposite?
Yeah.
I got a lot of late 80s too.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
So, you. A blast of cold air feels unnaturally sterile. No scent of food, no yeast, no butter, nothing comforting. The interior is brighter than it should be, lit by blinding fluorescent lights that hum too loudly. The walls and floor are entirely stainless steel, seamless, without the normal seams or drains a commercial fridge should have. There are no shelves, no trays, no racks, just an empty, cold, echoing box. At the center, a single stainless steel preparation table bolted to the floor. On the table sits an industrial-sized mixing bowl, identical to the one outside, but this one is filled halfway with a heavy dough-like substance.
It's like a perfect, like, round shape, huh? Like, you could be able to notice if I take some.
Well, you can inspect it if you want.
Yeah, I want to look a little bit closer.
So it's a grayish beige with a strange, almost sinewy texture. It smells faintly of yeast, but also something faintly sweet and faintly rotten, like fruit just starting to turn. Embedded in the dough are small colored specks that almost look like confetti, but as you watch them, they twitch slightly. And then on the back wall, there's a metal locker bolted into the wall. The locker is locked tight with no obvious keyhole, just a slot where a card or badge might go. Stamped on the locker door in black block letters, production materials, authorized personnel only. There's also this faint rhythmic vibration coming from beneath the floor. Like a heartbeat, but so soft it's almost imagined. And there's tiny condensation droplets on the walls that bead together and occasionally slide upward against gravity.
Hmm.
You...
Oh. Hmm.
It just feels deeply unnatural.
I checked the time.
Huh?
I checked the time.
Do you have a watch?
I mean, we were issued a watch,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So you check, and it's ticking way too slow.
I checked the clock in the bakery.
Set to 3 o'clock. 3 p.m.
Okay.
Is the loaf of this substance perfectly round? Or could
Yes.
I theoretically... Okay. Shit. Okay. Does it look like the next room has a security system on it?
Nothing does.
Okay. I'm assuming, is that one locked too?
A lot of security systems weren't really popular in the 80s. They were very adolescent at that time.
Okay.
So even with this place's money, the facility would have them more than the community. Ben could tell you.
Out of character, I can tell you most of these systems could probably be disabled with nothing more than a Phillips screwdriver.
All right. So I'm going to kind of peek my head out. Hey, if this door closes, come open it. There's another door back here.
The locker?
Yeah, the whatever says like authorized personnel only.
Yeah,
Where it has the
that's
substance.
a locker.
Oh, it's a locker, not a door.
Yeah, it's a locker inside the fridge that has no keyhole. It just has like a card hold.
Okay.
So as you both are sitting in there, the heavy door creaks slightly behind you as if it tries to swing closed on its hydraulic hinge. The lights inside buzz overhead, too bright, too white. At the center of their room, that massive stainless steel bowl sits filled with gray shifting mass. Doesn't move at first, but the longer you look, the more it seems to pulse, almost like it's breathing. You begin to smell something. The air is filled with a sickly, sweet, yeasty rot, and underneath that, something coppery, metallic. Wrong. You see, inside that dough, the colored specks inside aren't sprinkles. They're tiny shreds of colored cloth and fingernails, and something that could be a sliver of bone. Then the surface of the dough shudders, and a shape briefly presses up from beneath, a human face, featureless and screaming silently. Before you can react, the room tilts. The lights above you flicker into darkness, replaced by something else. Suddenly, both of you are standing somewhere else. In the bakery, but not. The walls pulse like breathing lungs. The ovens hiss and thump like giant sleeping hearts. And Betsy, sweet smiling Betsy, stands in the center of the room, staring at you with hollow black pits where her eyes should be. Her mouth opens too wide, and from it spills the cloying, wet whisper of many voices. It must rise. It must be made ready. It must rise. Behind her, silhouetted against the pulsing ovens, are rows and rows of shapes. Bakers, customers, neighbors, all standing perfectly still, waiting. And in the center of them, at the head of it all, something vast, shifting, unseen. Something watching, something hungry. Your vision swirls, tilts, and your knees buckle. The last thing you feel is the ice-cold force slamming into your faces. The buzzing fluorescent lights snap back to normal. The bakery is silent again, perfect and untouched. Betsy's voice, impossibly cheerful from somewhere far away, says, "Rest now. Everything is as it should be." And that's where we're ending tonight.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure our sanity is going to be tanking here.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is.
Well, that was
Wait
such
till we
a
get to that
Delta
meeting.
Green.
Wait, honey bun.
Delta Green, everybody. Episode 1.
Fuck.
Yeah.
3 more to go.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right, what does everybody
can't-
think so far?
I can't wait.
Oh,
I'm
I
having
can't
fun.
wait. This is great.
Yeah. This is nice and
I
spooky.
better not get any crap from you when my character admits that he tried to hop the fence. Because at least all I did was set off an alarm. You angered an eldritch god.
You'll catch
Well-
crap from me.
See
Still
what it
getting
is.
crap.
We'll see what it is.
Because who knows if I'll even tell you what I just saw.
Yeah. This might be our little secret.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up.
Well,
Hey, at least we're not getting kicked out of the community.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
better not get kicked out of the community.
They have cameras and Wayne
Guilty
fucked
by
up a little bit,
association.
unfortunately. I did a lot too, but mine just didn't have very bad consequences besides angering an Eldritch God.
Yeah, not bad consequences at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. We have 3 more sessions of this. And I do want to announce that I forgot to announce it at the beginning. We have a new podcast. And this is actually news to the rest of the cast.
It
Only
is.
Ben, Pam, and I know. We have coming up shortly. We're actually recording episodes next week. It's our mental health podcast called Shit Hurts. So, where we just kind of sit around, talk about shit that happened, talk about various topics. Who knows? Maybe it's mostly myself and Pam, but depending on the topic, we may have some of the cast in to record with us as well. And that'll be launching. It's going to have its own Spotify and everything, but on YouTube, if you do watch us on YouTube or listen to us on YouTube, it will be under Dungeons and Dog Tags, our nonprofit. But yeah, it's called Shit Hurts, and it's going to be great. So please check out that when we post it. We will be posting information again under Dungeons and Dog Tags on social medias and stuff. But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to the creators of Delta Green.
Oh yeah.
And we cannot wait to bring this back to you. And then soon, closer to the end of the year, we will have news about something we are doing next year.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe it's another campaign, so we'll be running 2 campaigns. So yeah. Thank you, everybody. And please join us next week as we roll the damn dice. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
night.
Night.